That's a great homestand. We talked about that, just the little things through the season, right? That was all we were thinking about, those 4 games, having that opportunity. Okay, we had a couple tough losses, end up 7-2 if you take care of business here. That's big time, man. Now we go out on a tough trip.
Good job, fellas. Good job. Together on 3, 1, 2, 3. Together.
Together on 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Wrap it up a 4-game homestand and find themselves a game out of first place. You have the Broncos in first place with the most wins. Unfortunately, the Patriots and the Colts also won. Gosh darn it. And then you have the Avalanche who have the most points, and they're in first place and actually won a game in overtime. How about that? Thank goodness we have CU. That just evens us out. Other than that, it was one hell of a weekend. Welcome to DMac SMaK for November 10th, 2025. So all of that on the way. First, we want to thank our great friends at Journey Spice. You use this QR code and save yourself 10% using the code GETSPICY. Get spicy, my friends, at Amazon.com. We love you, Journey Spice. Always close to my heart. They got new machinery that's just going to make the packaging better to get the food to you so much better. The spices to put on the food, that is. It's Journey Spice for the win. More of my friends on Journey Spice in a little bit, but why wait around? Go to Amazon.com, use the code GETSPICY, and save yourself 10%. Why not? Sounds like a good idea to me. Okay, well, let's go inside some of the numbers with Nikola Jokic. Another banger night on Saturday night. We start with Nikola. And it's phenomenal watching him of late. 32, 14, and 14. And he's making history. I didn't think there was a shot for him being the MVP this year. But who else has earned it? I mean, I know we're only it feels ridiculous. We're only 9 games into the season. But I mean, Nikola is accomplishing so much. It's really remarkable. I mean, check it out. Nikola Jokic. First player since Oscar Robertson, 90-plus points, 100-plus assists. So I get this out of here for a second. Look at that, what he's doing right there. Incredible, right? And then you go on to the most 30-point triple-doubles on 70-plus field goal percentage in NBA history. It's his efficiency that is so mind-blowing. And that's what David Adelman was speaking about. And it's amazing to give him props.
Yeah.
What is it not to say about the guy?
I wish they would say more. You know, I think we should be talking about the efficiency numbers. In basketball, I don't know, man. 11 of 12 from the free throw line, 101 from 3. He's the most efficient basketball player I've ever seen. And I know there's guys from way back in the past I didn't get to see play. But for me, in this modern generation of basketball, please show me who else is out there that plays like this at this efficient level offensively. It's a joy to watch. And by the way, he did all that in 31 minutes. So the guy is, I'll keep saying it, just enjoy this, while you get to have it.
You like some of what you saw from Julian.
It's impossible not to enjoy. You're right. Meanwhile, Nikola, I don't know if you've noticed this, but he says he's taken a new approach to talking or not talking to referees.
What do you do to maintain your temper when guys are clutching, grabbing, and pulling on you, and you just got to sort of relax? How do you do that?
That's my new thing this year. I'm not gonna get stressed or yell at the refs or whatever. So I'm just gonna try to compose my energy and to the basketball plays.
Do you think you were doing that too much in the past?
No, because I think I always, in most situations, I talk to them really respectfully. But I think there is no point to waste energy on if he already called something, he's not gonna change it. He never changes. So I think it's not he. It's never happened. Except when you challenge it. So I think you just cannot.
Okay, well, we get the point. All right, Nikola, you're trying to be a little bit more level-headed, a little bit more calm. I mean, everything you're doing is working, ain't no doubt about it. And meanwhile, everything is working for the Nuggets. The only thing that's not really clicking in right now is Cam Johnson, but nobody's really panicking over that. On Saturday night, Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon were both out. Precautionary. I saw AG warm up for like 20 minutes. Not worried about it whatsoever. They'll be back at it in Sacramento tomorrow. So they get Sunday off. They more or less get Monday off too. They do have a practice on Monday, and then they're going to Sacramento. So they're in good shape, really good shape. I'm not worried about that. And the second unit, led by Jonas Valanciunas, has been extraordinary. I mean, it's been great. Yoke?
Nikola, what do you like most about how Jonas is working and blending in?
Yeah, I mean, I think the guys don't know like how good he is. I think, I think they can see he's really what's the word? Consistent big man, and he's not gonna have too much up and downs. If you're gonna make a hook shot or mix hook shot, but his game playing style is not gonna be rapidly extreme up and down.
Do you think that's adding to the consistency and depth of the team, like making the second unit that much more effective because you can count on him?
I mean, definitely he helps the second unit. Sometimes when we're going up and down, you can just throw him the ball inside and slow down the game. And he's such a big guy. He can screen for the guys, Tim and Julian especially, and make the guys go downhill with his screen.
He's been great. The second unit's been great. The Nuggets have been great. And again, you've got the Avs with the most points in the NHL, the Broncos with the most wins tied in the NFL, and the Nuggets just a game back of Oklahoma City, 7-2 to 9-1. It's just right there. Game and a half, I guess. It's been a remarkable start to the hockey and basketball seasons, as long as a phenomenal football season. I don't know how anybody could be displeased with it. But again, let's talk about the second unit and to see Payton Watson blooming. And it's crazy. This is Payton Watson's fourth year. He had like 5 dunks, a real unbelievable one that we'll see here in a little bit. Aaron Gordon's dunk as well coming up. But he's talking about his maturation and how he's getting better in his fourth year.
What are you working on behind the scenes that's translating well on the court during games these days?
Really just my mentality towards the game. I think my decisiveness has been really, really good this year, regardless of if, I make a mistake here and there or I miss a shot here and there. I think just my decisiveness has been great. And I've been ready to make those decisions every time I get the ball or every time I'm even defensively playing the passing lane more, getting my hand in there, getting more steals. I think I had 3 tonight. So just reading the game better and being more decisive with what I do, both offensively and defensively.
How are you working on that? Is that just a mental thing, like just a dedication to it, or are you doing something else in particular?
100%. I mean, I think everything I've been doing has been geared towards playing the game of basketball. Like this summer, I played a lot of pickup here with the coaches, and then also just getting more comfortable. This is my 4th year. I got 3 years playing under my belt now, and there's nothing that I go out there and it really surprises me. So I think that helps, just being more comfortable out there and knowing I belong and I'm amongst kind of the elite defenders in the league. That gives me the confidence to go out there and be decisive and be myself for sure.
You're rebounding.
Yeah, Payton Watson on Saturday night, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, 5 thunderous dunks. I mean, he's fantastic. All right, so now we're going to do a little comparison. AG with the crazy crossover on Friday where they won by 25 points. I don't mean to ignore Friday night. And then Payton Watson. So here we go. Judge for yourself who had the better dunk.
Gordon behind the back. Another crossover down the lane and the poster. AG filthy.
All right, that's Friday. Here's Payton on Saturday.
Trying to save, no. Oh, doctor! Oh, that brought the crowd to life.
All right, Payton Watson, what's your choice?
Nah, I ain't gonna say all that. AG got me beat on this one for sure, but it's a lot of season left. I got time to catch him for sure.
No doubt about it, and we'll look forward to seeing it. The one guy that is struggling, and we'll get to Tim Hardaway Jr., who's not, Cam Johnson. But David Adelman is telling you just relax. He's contributing in other ways, and it's been productive.
I thought Cam might have been our best guy bringing the ball up the floor tonight, against all that pressure. Did a really nice job of it. So I just think with NBA guys, you got to be patient. We've played 9 games. Got 73 to go. And so he's going to look at this after the next game in Sacramento and say, okay, after 10 games, this is where I'm at. And what he has to understand is, like all of our guys, is are you going up or are you going down? And he's been going up the last 3 games. His floor games have been great. His defense was better tonight, took a charge. So, no, I keep saying this because I know it's going to happen, that Cam's trajectory is like this. We'll see a lot of positive things coming forward.
Well, we'll stay positive about it, but Tim Hardaway Jr. has been unreal. Plus 24 on Saturday night, 5 of 9 from 3, 6 of 13 from the field, 17 points. He has been unbelievable. Unbelievable. So it's given Cam Johnson time to develop, and I'm sure he will. And it's fine. Everything's fine. It's more than fine. And Hardaway, are you kidding me?
Really expect this out of him.
I think he's been doing it forever. So we were very excited that we got him. And I'm very excited he's not somewhere else that we have to play 4 times because he is a weapon.
Indeed. And what a weapon. What a season. So far, it's been absolutely phenomenal. And yes, Joker is the MVP. And the Hart Trophy, the MVP for the NHL, it's going to be Nathan MacKinnon. And we have evidence to support that coming up in a second.
There's a world of flavor out there, and to find it, you have to take the journey. Journey Spice Company handcrafts the most premium spice and seasoning blends that have no sugar, no salt, are certified USDA organic, non-GMO, vegan-friendly, and always planet-friendly. You are going to love serving amazingly delicious creations while knowing you helped reduce single-use plastics. Make sure to search for Journey Spice Company on Amazon today.
Journey Spice, they're the absolute best. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Journey Spice. Okay, that's the Nuggets. Fantastic. Let's talk about the Avalanche. They won an overtime game. It wasn't their best game. They beat Edmonton, humiliated Edmonton 9-1 on Saturday night. And then Sunday night took care of business 5-4 in overtime with Gavin Brindley showing life and being put on the top line. The 21-year-old was sublime, fantastic, sensational, and got the win. Talked to Kiefer after the game. A 5-4 win. He got the overtime winner. This was phenomenal.
Out there, just kind of walk us through that entire play.
Yeah, I don't know. Got on the ice and Kaylor had the puck and figured I'd go back for the drop and saw him kind of make a change. And no, he did a great job driving through the middle and try to get a shot off.
Struggled for most of the night, if not all of it. And then we had some other guys elevate their play. Power play comes up big with a couple goals. Penalty kill survives for most of the night to keep it close and found a way on a great second effort by Brindley. I thought he had a terrific night for us and helped to get us a win.
Yeah, how about that? I mean, absolutely phenomenal. Meanwhile, Kale's comments about how they've been playing of late. I mean, it's been amazing.
Now rank.
Yeah, I mean, very high. It's different this year.
Especially the last 2 nights.
Yeah, it's unreal. He's finding ways to put the puck in the back of the net, going to the right areas, and then driving the play too. So it's definitely amazing to play with that guy every night.
It's incredible to see MacKinnon have a 9-point 2-game stretch, leading the league in goals and points, and he's on his way to another MVP Hart Trophy. I can't believe it's happening again for our 2 superstars. And what's amazing about it happening again, both teams are playing better. Mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing what is ahead for these 2 teams coming up in the spring. And maybe the Broncos will be right there. We'll get to that in an absolute second. But we want to congratulate Jared Bednar for getting win number 400. Way to go, coach. It's a hell of an accomplishment. So 400 wins for Jared Bednar, which is phenomenal. And it puts him in some rare air here, okay? Here, 580 pro games as a player, all in the minors, by the way. Won the Kelly Cup, won the Calder Cup, won the Stanley Cup. Only guy to do that. 42nd head coach to ever win 400 NHL games. Congratulations to Jared Bednar on a phenomenal career with the Avalanche. And he knows that it didn't start out great, certainly. I mean, he was also the captain of the ship with like the worst season ever. But now he can reflect back on winning 400.
Really fortunate, to, first off get hired here and then stay after my first year, which was a little bit of a disaster. Certainly grateful for the opportunity to continue to coach these guys. I love coaching them. They're a great group year after year. We have some terrific leadership in there. So, yeah, just happy to be part of it and try to contribute in any way I can. And so very blessed.
Okay, thank you, Derek. Thank you.
Well, we're lucky to have you. We're lucky to have both these teams playing as well as they are. So, I mean, it was a phenomenal weekend. And you put that on the back of the Broncos winning. You realize here in Denver, Colorado, our hockey, basketball, and NFL teams all went undefeated. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I repeat, between the Avs, Nuggets, and Broncos for a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7-game stretch they all played and never lost. I mean, what? That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I hope you are enjoying being a Denver sports fan because it is phenomenal. Meanwhile, the Chargers won. The Chiefs had a bye week. The Patriots won. The Colts won. It was annoying that all the teams that we really need to lose won. But to go back a little bit with Sean Payton, and we'll hear from Coach, I think, on a press conference, I believe, on Monday. We'll see. Because there's something going on behind the scenes. I don't know what it is, but it's just not smooth. And you can tell by the tense answer that, well, first of all, Sean Payton and Luke Evans of the Denver Post don't get along great. But Sean does want you to know they are 8-2.
Sean, again, as you've said, your record says who you are.
Exactly right.
But,
no, are you going to say but? No. What's your question?
Are you comfortable with the script of just kind of how these games continue to be won?
We're never comfortable as coaches, but there's no buts. So you're asking, am I comfortable as a coach? We're never satisfied. If my answer were to you, I'm comfortable, that'd be silly, right? So obviously we gotta clean up the penalties. We gotta clean up some of the execution, and that is an ongoing thing that probably never ends. There's, you search for that Shangri-La. Right now, we're a team sitting at 8 wins. I think we're the only team sitting there. So, and yet we're constantly looking internally and starting, but it was a tough night offensively, obviously, and I give them credit. They did some things differently that we hadn't seen, and you start looking at your call sheet with your sub plan, and so we'll look at that tape and we'll learn from it. We always will.
All right. You did win, Sean. Take some of your own advice. We'll see. Hopefully they had a good, restful weekend. I think they all need a little bit of a break from each other. It has been a grind. The reward is only one game in 23 days, a big one. The biggest week since 2015 is this week. And we'll celebrate it with PhD, going over that 2015 year with special guests and to reflect upon what this week is all about. A legitimate shot to give yourself an incredible opportunity to win the AFC West. It is in your hands this weekend against the dreadful Chiefs. And then a real bye week to give yourself a break. I'm happy and grateful for how the schedule is now. I think it's been pretty exhausting up until this point.
Sean, again, as you've said, your record says who you are.
Exactly right.
But,
no, but. Are you going to say but? No. What's your question?
Well, I won't have any buts either then. No buts. It's awesome. So good. Period. And we're fired up for the Chiefs. Can the Broncos beat the Chiefs? That will be the big question this week. We have 2 games at home, the Avalanche on Tuesday and Thursday. Also an Avs game on Sunday after the Broncos game. How bananas is that? That'll be pretty wild at a Ball Arena in downtown Denver on Sunday. Not quite the action that we had this week, but pretty good, obviously. And the Nuggets are out of town. So we'll get back into Broncos land and really get you geared up on PhD and all this week on DMac SMaK and Altitude After Dark with Coach Mike Sanford. We're ready for it. Big week. All right, in terms of CU and college football, I don't know if anything can match the Indiana-Penn State game. Wow. I mean, dude. So we're pretty sure who's going to win the Heisman Trophy. We're pretty sure who's going to be the first quarterback taken in the draft after that one. Other than that, it was a tough loss for CU to lose 29-22 to West Virginia. They're not very good. They have a freshman quarterback too. They made all sorts of mistakes. And JuJu Lewis gets his first start, 22 of 35 for 299. Wow. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, but they come up a pinch short. Here is Coach Prime talking about the kids not quitting.
Well, these guys hadn't quit, man. Contrary to what people may write, what they may say, these guys are still fighting. They still want it. They're still coming over the sideline saying things to me like you could tell they're upset. They're holding themselves and each other accountable. The coaches are holding them accountable, and I'm holding the coaches accountable, and I got a few people holding me accountable.
Okay. Meanwhile, JuJu, he's not giving up. And said Dion Jr., Bucky, said that JuJu was crying in his locker after the game because he cared so much.
Realistically, I mean, we're not going to give up. I mean, I feel like, the past couple beatdowns we've had, it looked like we've given up and haven't wanted it as bad, but I think you could tell how bad we wanted this one. I mean, so this is going to hurt on the way home, of course, but, just recoup, regather, and get ready for the next week.
It's a bummer that they couldn't take advantage of all the opportunities they were given, and Prime reflected on that.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. We got to cash in on that, but you got to understand we got a youngster back there, so the calls and matching with the player that we have, we got to do better. We got to do a much better job of cashing in off of turnovers.
Here's the deal. If JuJu wants to be a red shirt and have 4 more years of college football, he can play in 1 more game. They've got a bye week, 2 bye weeks in a 12-week season. Okay. All right. I'm just going to point out CU will have 2 bye weeks in the same amount of time the Broncos have 0 bye weeks. But okay. College football. So he can play in Arizona State at home, or if he skipped that, play Kansas State, and he would still be able to declare this year as a redshirt year. No idea why that's the rules in college football. Doesn't seem to make much sense, but them's the rules. So if he plays and starts in both games, he burns his redshirt year. So JuJu, what about that pesky redshirt decision?
Oh yeah, I want to play football. I mean, I've been sitting down all season. I mean, I'm ready to play. I'm excited. The guys are ready to work. If we on that, I'm on that.
Meanwhile, the game itself, I mean, we should probably talk about the game. You had another episode of game mismanagement from Deion Sanders, who really, like, it must be drinking for a fire hose with decisions to make in football games where he's never really had to make them, I guess, or maybe people have never really paid attention. But he called a timeout in order to decide to kick a field goal. You wasted time. You don't call a timeout before you kick a field goal. You just go ahead and kick the field goal. But they burned it. If you're going to use a timeout, you got to go for it. Now, Mata, I'm not trying to body shame anybody, especially kids. And he says, Prime says, don't take it personal. But there's obviously elements of Mata that Deion doesn't completely trust. If he completely trusted him, he would have sent him out for the field goal. and he calls a timeout, and then he sends him out for a field goal. I mean, you're down 2 possessions. And again, Prime just doesn't quite get it. If you believe your kid can kick a 40-yard field goal, which is not that crazy, you're down 2 possessions. In my world, you kick that field goal as soon as you can, because you're going to go for an onside kick one way or the other. If you don't get it and you keep your timeouts and you have the 2-minute timeout thing, there's a chance if you can stop the other team from getting a first down, then you might get the ball back. But all these coaches do this insane, silly, like, let's go for a touchdown first. It doesn't matter. Time and possession is basic, fundamental math. And Prime just doesn't get it sometimes. Here he is explaining the 4th down, and this makes no sense at all.
You thinking about taking a shot, but trying to get it. But nah, you say mathematics don't add up. Let's give him out a shot. You got to understand, we've already got. It seemed like it was blocked, but he missed it, so he was in his head a little bit as well. So you got to take all that stuff in consideration. Like, where is it? It was on the right hash. I don't know if that's his best hash. You think about all these things that I know. I've been with him since he was a darn freshman for 4 years, so I know him. And I know where his strong points are and his pressure points. But he forgot the extra point and went at it and nailed 2 field goals back to back.
Mata's not a great kicker. He's not. So I understand why there's hesitation, but this is the bed you got to lie in. I don't know. It likely wouldn't have made a difference in the world. It's just a frustrating thing to see that Prime himself comes up short in basic strategies of football. And it does make you wonder, if you can't figure that out. And he was second-guessed immediately on TV, by the way. If you can't figure that out, what else are you not figuring out as the head coach of the team? And that's football, my man. I'm not being personal here. I'm not. That's football. At the end of the day, it's a season that you're not going to a bowl. You're not going to have a 500 record or better. You're going to have a massive regression to the first year that you were here. And maybe even worse if you can't win these next 2 games. Prime on the season.
Well, we've done a tremendous evaluation. I wish we didn't have a bye, because I want to get down. I want to keep working. We'll probably work till work them to Thursday, and then let them go. They probably won't go home because you're holding them to Thursday, so they'll still be around. But I want to see them study more, prepare more, because you got to make some decisions. They got to make some decisions in the off season. Which directions are we going with them? Which directions are they going with us? So that's tremendous from here on out. It's really roster management, coach management, understanding what we're going to do for it, going forward. But I promise you there's going to be some changes.
We already know Pat Shurmur is out. If he's not calling the plays, he's not going to be the offensive coordinator. Livingston, I would assume he's out too. The defense has been awful, and you need a new approach to it. I don't know if you're going to be able to get rid of, like Warren Sapp and Marshall Falk, and I don't know, your best friends that coach everything. Who knows? I don't know if the GM guy, whatever, Kelly, I think, I don't know. It's a mess. It's a mess. And maybe Brent Bartoloni is the answer. I think JuJu Lewis had some really good moments, but as a young player made a lot of mistakes too. Listen, I think Prime will be back. I think the money to fire him is way too much, and I don't think he'll buy him. I don't think he'll spend $12 million to not do this. I think everything will be back. I think JuJu Lewis will be the starting quarterback. It sucked not having Jordan Seaton in the game because he was hurt. In fact, you were missing your left and right tackles. Not easy. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. But I think you'll get another full year with JuJu, and I think that's good. It'll be clear who the quarterback is, and the strategy going into next year will be a little bit more defined. And let's hope Jordan Seaton and some of those other talented offensive linemen stick around. I hope so. I hope for the best. No doubt about it. Another reason the kids actually may not go away aside from practice, they're students, and there's school next week. Like, Next week is not spring break for the students at CU. They're getting ready for like finals and projects and papers. So it is funny hearing Prime say, well, they'll not be going home because of practice. They shouldn't be going home because they have school. I think it's time for your moment of zen, and we go to some sort of league in Canada that had some sort of championship. And apparently it's some sort of championship that simply can't be moved. And this is about pride being in Canada, a soccer game. This actually happened, and this was a championship game. We bring you your sports moment of zen.
We see the initial ball in, and Elva does a good job of getting it out, but the ball's not cleared. And this ball just floats back into a position for Rodriguez, who creeps in and goes overhead kick past Carducci. Incredible finish from David Rodriguez. And we got a tie game in the snow in Ottawa, our nation's capital.
That's officially the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Hope you have a great day.
Which one are you? A dog or a cat? Exactly. Let's go.